I want to add this as an addendum that I heard in the spirit world, that a lot of these people, these entities that are going against me, like Alex Nascimento, as well as being Samedi, are in fact getting paid by these people to fuck with me. So take it what you will.
People in hell realms. And his intention was, he came around at the age of 5, was to keep me stuck in hell realms. And my spirit guides and higher selves at the time saw that and ran him up the fucking street. You know, I have so many layers of my etheric body, of my astral body that's been torn apart, my physical body in the astral plane, even to the point where it's hard to function. That's what I've been trying to articulate. So anyways, at around the age of 5, he came around. And then at around the age of 9, when they had a wetback by the name of Bianca Zapata, from what I understand, she works for Exxon Mobil or Exxon Mobil. She works for Exxon Mobil or something. One of those big time companies. They keep fucking with my memories. She works for a company, one of them big companies, Fortune 500 companies, where she gets paid patents. Anyway, she was the first one. All she did was this. Her higher self told me to do that. Put her hand on my leg, and I felt fucking weird about it. Not, you know, in a gay fucking way at the time, but I didn't infer what she was doing. She put an entity attachment that was designed to rape me of my future blessings. And like I say, the shit that I got within me just, I guess, gave their consent for her to have it, saying, oh, she ain't going to become shit. She ain't going to do shit with her fucking life. And that's some fucked up shit. And I'm going to go ahead and, this goes deep. It really runs fucking deep. So anyways, with that being said, from what I understand, when I reached high school age, Alex Nascimento came around during that time as well, where it was very significant. And I heard that him, and an entity attachment called Barbara the Roach attachment, which was supposed to be a roach attachment made from an ancestor of mine, a British woman. I got something attacking my consciousness right now. We're going to have to get rid of this shit. This shit going to have to fucking go. Because this is some evil shit, and I'm being blocked from being able to get spiritual help. Okay. Going back to when I was very, okay. We all talk about that fork in the road, that pivotal, okay. She was a ancestor, a British woman who didn't like the fact that I presented as black in this current life. In my past lives, one, I was a Swedish woman, Swedish young lady. I was even considered weird for that time. I had big old fucking eyes. I looked like Jesse Spano from Saved by the Bell. I was a Swedish young lady in my past life, the one prior to this one, actually before that. And then the one before this, I was born in Vietnam, and I got raped and murdered during the Vietnam War. And I actually saw it, and it was all for the rape I saw. And the wetback, one of the wetbacks that was involved in it, he actually came to my aid when he saw I wasn't her. You know, during this curse, one of the motherfuckers that participated in the rape. And it was like in a wooded area. I'll never forget what I was shown. But anyways, from what I understand, and I suffered a lot in that past life. And I don't deserve to suffer in this one. This is not right. So anyways, Xavier Prep, choosing between Xavier Prep and De La Salle was that pivotal fork in the road. And I opted to go to Xavier Prep because of manipulation from them two entities, them two parasitic ass entities. I've been kicking myself. That's why even to this day, you know, it was on some, you know, pro Malcolm X bullshit that got inculcated into me when I was in fucking middle school. Never mind the fact that I'm, because of that past life, naturally attracted to white men. Transracial is something that's very, very real. You know, people talk about transgenderism, but are willing to cut out transracialism because it's race. And people just, they don't understand that you are your soul. Like there's a woman here that's supposed to be a Mexican. She's supposed to be a reincarnation of Lena Horne, from what I heard. She was a beautiful black woman in her past life who didn't like being hit on by guys who largely just wanted her for her appearance and then would expect them to take care of her. She didn't like that shit. So with that being said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say it like this. One fucked up aspect of this curse is, after Alex Nacimiento, you know, from what I understand, he was a curse that started from my old neighborhood where I used to live in Miracle Mile. After he put my body in a blender in the astral plane and cut it up, I had all sorts of fucking Mexicans coming over to help me out. All of a sudden, he started putting entity attachments on me to make me hate them fucking people. Look, I was always a racial realist, but I never had a fucking problem with them people. And so now they're putting this fucking Dan Arcienega entity on me and this Mikey Hernandez shit to make me hate them motherfuckers. I keep seeing people sleeping their cars even at the wheel, and you know, it's just, it's like something that's designed to keep me stuck. You know, every single day they be driving my mind crazy from what I understand, pulling my consciousness further and further out of my body, pulling me into the astral plane so they can artificially kill me off. These people working with all this evil ass fucking sadistic, sinister shit. You know, they were fucking with my lone spirit guide. You know, they've been doing some fucked up shit where they're allowing entities to come in and be able to take control of my consciousness and fuck it up. You know, they're doing some fucked up shit where they're allowing entities to be able to come in and take control of my spirit guide's consciousness so they can be able to take control of my consciousness and fuck it up. This is some fucked up ass evil shit. And then taking my timelines and placing them in different hell realms, different realms. You know, and taking my timelines and dispersing them to other fucking people. Taking my timelines and giving them to other fucking people. You know, that's why they keep taking my soul consciousness and all of that. Because your consciousness holds your timelines and all of that. Your spiritual powers and abilities. And the more it's removed from you, from your head, your consciousness, the least, and this happens every single night and day, the least chance you have to be able to get your shit back. They're fucking with my spirit guide right now as I talk. All this evil ass shit. This is just the most evil ass fucking shit to have what's supposed to be protecting you turn against you for no fucking reason except to try to, you know, from what I understand, Zeus is big on getting sacrifices. Baron Samedi, that's a whole nother fucking story and a whole nother fucking video that I'm going to drop dimes on. With that being said, Xavier Prep was that pivotal fork in the road. You know, it's fucked up because I gotta rescue her every single fucking night. I try to help her as best as I can. And she stays helping me, man. And they try to cut me off from that. And the minute I just say cut me off, I felt scissors go through my consciousness and just instantly cut her off. With that being said, Xavier Prep got me fucking tearing at my head like a mad woman. I keep feeling the entity attachment of fucking Zeus and shit grab at that spirit guide and try to tear her away from me and keep tearing at her and tearing her up. Her and Baron Samedi keep tag teaming on her and tearing her up because of all this evil shit I got in. It's like something doesn't want me to fucking reach the top and see exactly what's going on. This is just some evil ass shit. And they know they can fuck with you because it's invisible. People can't see what's going on in your head like that, in your consciousness. So with that being said, they keep altering my spirit guide's consciousness so they can conflict. She can conflict within herself and then conflict with me, talking about Christine, then Elizabeth, another entity attachment, and get you to go against you. You come off looking schizophrenic with this shit. So anyway, Xavier Prep was the pivotal fork in the road. And from what I understand, the minute I attended that school, you know, there was going to be a problem. That would mean that because I wanted to get out of that school, I would get into the occult. I would start to come into my spiritual powers, which, you know, from what I'm learning, the demiurge does not want you to do. I felt some other fucking scissors try to come through and cut some off. This is some evil, completely diabolical fucking shit. They're trying to cut off my connection, entity attachment, spiritual help, and everything. And the minute I just say something, it's like how people talk about spells, putting a curse. These things act on it and start fucking with it. They just need to leave the natural order of things alone and stop fucking with shit. Like I said, as part of this curse, you know, I'm being punished for coming into my spiritual powers. They want me to fucking suffer as a sacrifice to other fucking people and stay having other people steal my fucking blessings and spiritual powers, including Zendaya, her higher self, a higher self named Ilhissa, who keeps taking my successorship to Hike away from me. And she keeps fucking with my Egyptian ancestors in order to do it as well. This is how she looks. This is her mama. Her mama's integral to it, from what I understand, going back to the timeline where on August 22nd, 2022, I got taken out of my body. They keep pulling at my entity attachments. I didn't ask to live in this motherfucking hell, and this is evil. This is pure fucking evil. So I'm just spilling the fucking truth and just letting the chips fall where they may, because this is evil. You know, I'm going to talk more about the truth about Baron Samedi in a future fucking video. Because I'm getting tired of it, you know. But then again, I feel like these evil-ass people in their roach attachments are playing fucking double games with my consciousness and shit. And they're trying to fuck with it. So anyways, with that being said, this is some evil ass fucking shit. This is some evil fucking shit to punish somebody for not being materialistic and for being spiritually powerful, which from what I understand and heard is how the motherfucking demiurge works. you know, in his realm. So with fucking with the order of things in your body and all of that is just fucking evil. And trying to keep somebody who's a good person from getting their shit back. So with that being said, Xavier Prep, the choice between Xavier Prep and De La Salle, I'm kicking myself in the ass to this day because I never went through the high school experience. Didn't date no white boys. Didn't do all the shit that other fucking people do. I started getting into Satanism when I was, look at this fucking weird sigil right here. When I was in high school, so that I can be able to compensate for that big time mistake. What I knew was going to be a big time mistake materialistically. Because from what I understand, from what I'm now hearing, the minute I start using my spiritual powers, all sorts of spiritual vultures, I kept seeing 3 in my timeline when I was shown it. We're going to come out the woodwork. And she was actually, it's a big old German woman. She slapped me on the PCH a while back. She looks a lot like this, but I think it's some wetbags. I don't know what the fuck is going on. She started saying, my consciousness is getting fucked up really, really bad right now. This is evil shit. Anyways, with that being said, from what I'm understanding, hey sir, how you doing? Oh, God bless you, sir. Hey. Huh?
What's your name?
Hey, I'm...
Say your name.
You okay, sir?
Say your name.
You all right, sir? You all right? That was weird. God bless you too, sir. You have a nice day. That was weird. You know, I keep hearing that I died in my sleep. And all of a sudden, this guy came up and started saying, say your name, exactly. Like he's possessed. And I believe possession is real. That motherfucker about to cross the street seeing that shit. God bless you, sir. You all right? That's fucking weird. That's weird how this evil shit, they did it right when they were about to take my spirit guide. That guy showed up and he came at me in a very threatening manner, and I'm recording the video. I don't have enough money because I keep having my shit stolen to be able to get another phone. So I'm not in the mood in a place to want to fucking fight. Like I say, that guy looked like he was possessed. You know, I heard that I'm in the realm of the fucking dead. They keep artificially placing me here, and you know, that was just fucking weird. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I don't deserve that shit. I don't. You know, this guy came up to me in a very threatening manner asking me to say my motherfucking name, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You know, like I said before, and I'll say it again, this is extremely unfair, man. I don't deserve to fucking go through this. From what I understand, I got killed in my fucking sleep by that fucking wetback, Dan Arcienega, and then, you know, it's just been fucked up. It's a very fucked up situation. They keep, you know, I mean, this is some evil ass shit to thwart me from talking about what I want to talk about. Baron Samedi especially, his entity attachment, from what I understand, Quetzalcoatl. I got all sorts of evil shit. You know, I remember the night when these motherfuckers were talking about dividing me up and taking my consciousness. You know, the way a motherfucker, you know, the way you get sacrificed is they imbibe your consciousness before you die. I had them, Kate, Santa Muerte at one point imbibed my consciousness, and, you know, it's just been a long story ever fucking since. So I know that shit to be true. And these motherfuckers are getting pissed because I'm talking about it. But anyways, when I was going through the reincarnation cycle, one of the families was for this Ingrid Hybert. You know, again, she looks like this. And roach attachments on it because she was going around bothering people on the PCH just living their life. But anyways, and I'm going to say this right now. Remember going back to 2014, seeing and hearing a German woman, just like I did when I was in jail, come to me in the astral plane with a skeleton, which I understand to be the skeleton of my brother, going back to the timeline where, you know, I got taken out of my body on August 22nd, 2022. It's just fucked up to have all of this evil shit in me team up on me, and it's coming from them wetbacks mainly. That woman at that Santa Muerte shop, as well as that Mikey Hernandez who lives in a tow yard right around here. I'm going to go ahead and later on try to see exactly where it is. But anyways, with that being said, from what I understand, when I was choosing families in the astral plane, I wanted to reincarnate into a loving black family because black people have a lot of love for each other. Don't incarnate into no wetback families. I saw where they were going to try to set me up to be reincarnated in a wetback family, and I was going to be born a rape baby. The only reason why the woman had the rape child is because it was by a white dude. You know, again, them wetbacks worship white people. Because their demon seed creator, Quetzalcoatl, would shapeshift into a white man. And I was going to get raped and molested furiously by them motherfuckers. And they're trying to impose that toxic ass timeline on me. And that's not going to fucking happen. With that being said, this woman, I think I got Ingrid Hybert. They keep saying Hildebrand, but I got a Hybert. Her mama was an English woman, white English woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, surprisingly. And her dad, who molested her, looked like Paul Reiser, the actor. a white lady, a big fat white German lady I keep seeing a lot of during this curse. I don't know if, you know, if it's that wetback or if it's somebody she went to. Again, I keep getting the Navarro. And so anyways, with that being said, her dad looks like Paul Reiser. Now, from what I understand, we were to have, and I saw it too, going back right before I got hit with this curse in 2022. You know, again, she appeared in 2014 wearing a nurse's outfit, and I believe I saw some of her memories as a nurse. I keep hearing that she worked at what they call that, Hooters, and she appeared with a skeleton that's supposed to be my brother, going back to the timeline where I got taken out of my body on August the 22nd, 2022. Get this toxic shit out of here. Stop. They keep trying to throw this fucking spirit guide out of my consciousness and out of my fucking body because she's the last thing that's helping me. So from what I understand, they keep trying to deceive me by making her look different and talking about we gonna change her out and all this shit and trying to control her consciousness to control mine. So anyways, with that being said, she was supposed to be, I'm guessing, some type of soul tie between each other. And she grew up in a rich home in Germany. Her dad was a German Jew, just like my great-great-grandmother was an Ashkenazi Jew. And you know, thanks to my lone spirit guide, I'm still alive. You know, if it was up the Baron Samedi and shit, I would have been gone. But I'm still trying to find out what's going on with that. I think there's an aspect of them that's still trying to keep me alive and an aspect of them that wants me dead, and it could be the real one. But with that being said, you know, again, these people fuck with your entity attachment, so there's really no telling. So anyway, she grew up in a very rich home. Look at this. I see a woman. Is she black? In all white. That reminds me of him. That's exactly what he wears. All white, and she's wearing blonde hair, which is funny. And she don't look like a normal painter. That's crazy. So with that being said, she was supposed to be a soul tie designed to keep me stuck in the hell realm, from what I understand, if I went down the spiritual path. You know, I keep hearing that the reason why I can no longer get spiritual help is because I'm no longer amongst the world of the living. You know, and I feel like they're holding me against my will in some barrier. 115 hertz as well as 156 hertz. They keep trying to pull me out of my consciousness so that they can kill me. That's exactly what's happening. I just had that epiphany right now. That's how you kill someone. 156 hertz as well as 165. And 165 hertz or 155 hertz, 115 hertz are very, and 165 and 165 hertz are very effective for breaking barriers. I keep hearing that I'm in the realm of fucking Santa Muerte, that wetback tulpa bitch. I don't respect that shit. But anyways, with that being said, from what I understand, there was a soul tie made between me and her. You know, I'm also going to say this as well. If somebody disables frequency, 114-700 to 114-730 hertz, as well as 114-700 something hertz, 117-700 hertz is very effective. 730 hertz is very effective for disabling it. To enable it, 114-730 hertz, as well as 114-715 hertz are very good for enabling frequency. You know, from what I understand, I'm in the fucking realm of Santa Muerte, caught up by that fucking wetbag bitch at that Santa Muerte shop, getting fucked with by all this evil ass shit going on, you know, inside my consciousness, man. So I need a lot of spiritual help. They keep fucking with entity attachments of my spirit guide, influencing them to fuck with me. It's an evil ass curse. It's very fucking evil. You can't have peace of mind. You can't go within and try to see what's the truth, because your consciousness, the heart of you, is compromised. And I saw how they're trying to push me out of my astral body. This is some evil shit. And they're trying to see, I keep hearing them say, yeah, this motherfucker got control of her consciousness. I keep hearing Santa Muerte. That bullshit. You know, she started fucking with my Egyptian ancestors and all of that last night. You know, them and them evil ass fucking people when we were trying to get our shit together. You know, she was fucking with them to try to keep me from being found, so... You know, from what I understand, they keep trying to disguise me in the spirit plane. 925 hertz along with 694 hertz are your friends to use. You know, they keep trying to stick me, all these evil ass people who put this shit on me, as from what I understand, to some degree, bearing Samedi, to stick me in her fucking realm as a sacrifice. And I have my Egyptian ancestors, Egyptian gods and so forth and so on, who they keep trying to thwart, trying to help me out. You know, again, I don't know what the story is with bearing Samedi, but I know that Mikey Hernandez is involved. I know that bitch at the Santa Muerte shop, her highest self, whose name is Maria Santana, is involved. You know, I know some really, really evil, sadistic shit that's hell-bent on sacrificing me is involved. And it's trying to keep me stuck as a sacrifice. You know, you can tell that my inner self really wants to fucking cry the way in which I express that. Because it's just, it's harsh. It's too harsh for a person who hasn't done any fucking thing. But I'm going to say how this demiurge system, that's what they keep stopping me from writing an article about the demiurge. Because they don't want you to know the truth about what's really going on in the world and how evil this is just evil. They keep trying to get me to fucking forget. You know, I know it's them motherfuckers, so... You know, and it's funny, too. I saw that Santa Muerte, or that woman's highest self, Maria Santana, here. The worthy about how to steal my ancestral money as well as bearing Samidi's. And link up with how to keep me stuck in her hell realm, in her consciousness. You know, again, she been fucking with my Egyptian ancestors, the Egyptian gods. She been fucking with the voodoo loas. Santeria, Oshun, Orishas, and so forth and so on. She keeps trying to block what you hear, as a matter of fact. What folks higher the highest selves hear. This is just insanely fucked up. So anyways, with that being said, you know, I'm going to talk about the damn... I keep having that fucking sadistic ass tulpa Santa Muerte fuck with me. Like I say, she's been fucking with my Egyptian ancestors, fucking with the Egyptian gods. I hate this fucking shit, man, because they're fucking with my entity attachments. Trying to deceive me and make me think it's her. It's shit that's external. It's shit that's internal and also that's going within and also external. And I keep getting fucked with very, very bad. But anyways, like I was saying in the future video, you know, she's been trying to obstruct me from getting help from the Egyptian gods, from my ancestors, black ancestors of the Igbo tribe. You know, all sorts of people, wetback ass fucking. I hate them motherfuckers for a reason. This is evil. And again, it goes back to that woman at that fucking Santa Muerte shop on 8704 Broadway. My eyes feel very fucking dark. I feel very weird right now. I feel very, very weird. So with that being said, can't open the fucking windows because the minute I fucking do, I feel weird shit outside that fucking window. Shit be pulling on you, attacking your consciousness and all that. I feel something fucking with it. It's every single fucking morning. I keep getting cut away from my fucking consciousness. And you know, so these fucking people can fucking steal from me. And it's just... It's unreal. It's unfair. And like I said before, I keep getting all this shit happening. Look at how I look. I look like a fucking demon. In part because the feeling that I'm getting is, you know, in part Santa Muerte, or that woman's higher self, Maria Santana, wants me as a sacrifice. But I keep hearing Santa Muerte. And I actually encountered her a couple of weeks ago. So with that being said, from what I'm understanding, I look terrible right now. They keep trying to cut off every single fucking spirit guide. That's been helping me, my connection to my ancestors, any source of spiritual help. This is evil. This is very fucking evil. You know, it's very fucked up. If I try to play a frequency, they threaten that, you know, you'll fuck something up, or it's evil. And like I say, this wetback tulpa motherfucker's been blocking me from getting spiritual help from my Egyptian ancestors, from Egyptian gods, you know, from all sorts. The voodoo loas, the orishas, they keep blocking me. The orishas, they keep blocking me. Orishas, they keep blocking me every time I say that. This is just evil. This is very fucking evil. You know, I'm going to say this, you know, right at the onset of this curse, I remember a lot of people came to help. And this is when I was living at the American Motel. And, you know, I saw, you know, a lot of the Egyptian gods, Thor, Hecate, somebody's version of Hecate, their inner entity attachment connection to her come in. You know, they were just like, even Baron Samedi was like, you know, this is very fucking unfair. Them people are living in a lap of luxury in Malibu off of your, you know, off of your blessings. And, you know, meanwhile, you're homeless and you're being made a sacrifice for these fucking people. And you're being illegitimately made a sacrifice for these people. You know, like I'm going to express later on in the video, they came to me in 2014 in the astral plane. I believe that Alex Nacimiento in them, and tried to get me to sign a soul contract, and I refused. They're trying to get me to forget like a crucial memory that's crucial to this. But anyways, you know, I was planning on writing an article about the demiurge, and I'm just going to say it like this. It's very, very fucked up that if you know, from what I'm learning with this curse, if you have strong spiritual powers and abilities, I'll say this right now, Isaac Mizrahi, you know, from what I understand, that was actually Alex Nacimiento showing me one of the people who sacrificed me. This is how he looks. Came to me in the astral plane and say that when you have great spiritual powers, that's like carrying diamonds that you're not supposed to on an airplane. You got to keep them hidden. That was somebody going to try to steal them or take them or do whatever. And it seems like when you go down the spiritual path, you know, there's a reason why people who are spiritually powerful are the most fucking haunted, cursed, fucked with people on the fucking planet. And it's because, you know, like what I'm going to write in an article in the future about the demiurge sets it up so that you're made to be fucked with by usually energy fucking vampires working with them directly. Like, for instance, I learned during this curse that for a long time, Madonna and her highest self I got a Melissa or something. You know, again, my my consciousness, so does my third eye is compromised at this time, so I can't really see. But anyway, she would steal people's blessings. And when you wonder why some people feel like Santa Muerte trying to fuck with my consciousness right now, she's been fucking with my consciousness as well as a bunch of people all day. Anyways, if you're wondering why some people can't get any spiritual help, okay, if you're wondering why you see these celebrities who, okay, when you see celebrities with stalkers, usually, you know, you hear, like, for instance, I was about to sound totally, they're trying to make me sound schizo, so I, you know, don't appear legitimate. You hear about, you know, people who may be homeless like myself, living on the streets, who will say out the blue, you know, I'm being followed or trailed by Madonna and the CIA, and they're coming after me. You know, there was actually a young woman who at the time I was quick to dismiss, who was saying the same thing about that boy band group, that Korean boy band group, BTS. Let me see if I can find the article. Being an asshole at the time, I dumped on her because I just didn't believe it. I just thought she was schizophrenic. You know, now I'm realizing there's a fine line between, not even a fine line, but a very thin line between someone who says that they can see spirits, a psychic who says it, as well as a psycho who says the same thing. With that being said, if you're wondering why some of these people will have, like, fucking stalkers that out of the blue are saying that they took this from me, they took that, like the guy with the Kardashians, but I think that his is a lot more legitimate in the eyes of most people because he actually has it on paper. Like what happened to me with these people out there in Malibu, they'll confer with people who have roach attachments or work with roach attachments or entities that are powerful, that can steal from people who are supposed to come up. It actually happened with Serena and Venus Williams. They stole from a woman who's on crack. And, you know, that woman, you know, is now forced to be a druggie. And she keeps saying that they stole her blessings. You know, there's some woman, from what I understand, the astral plane, who keeps mentioning, not in the astral plane, but from what I understand, in the astral plane, there's a woman that keeps talking about how the Venus sisters, the Williams sisters, stole her blessings and came up. You see every now and then or hear a homeless person or hear one of their stalkers talk about they stole my shit. And it's because they go to the people, like the people who put this shit on me in Malibu. This is who I think they are. Barbara and Joe Hips. I can feel their higher selves right now. They're definitely involved in this shit, in fucking with your shit. You know, as a matter of fact, I saw through my third eye in the astral plane that they have a lot of my shit. It could be these people, you know, following them. You know, I got an Ingrid Hybert. Anyways, it's because they go to those people and they put roach attachments in people's heads to drive them crazy and make them seem seemingly schizophrenic. And, you know, like the ones I got, they kill you. They're designed to ultimately rape you and astral body harvest to the point where they kill you in your sleep. And that's exactly what's been happening. From what I understand, for the longest, her stolen blessings have been protected by God, the demiurge. And I keep hearing these people want me to talk about it or some shit, but I don't know. Because they want me to be a sacrifice. So just, like I say, look out for me, send positive vibes, send energy my way. I'm already feeling it right now that I've been made a sacrifice of Santa Muerte. She keeps fucking with my consciousness and so forth and so on. With that being said, this is evil. This is very sadistically evil. From what I understand, like for instance, in 1997, when she adopted that English accent, that was actually, in fact, coming from somebody whose blessings she stole. And from what I best recall, she stole another homeless man's blessings. Here she is with the English accent.